Hey YouTube, and thank you for watching Junkworks DIY Garage. Well, Harbor Freight had these on sale. It was actually a little while ago, but it just shows you can probably find them on sale again at some point if you're looking for a ladder and don't need it right this second. So I picked this up because I have a Werner ladder. I actually have a video on that, and I really like that ladder for if I need to have like a plank, and it folds out so that I can use it as kind of a scaffolding almost. But the rungs on that are round and they really hurt my feet. I really can't use that ladder very much anymore. Even to get up and onto it as a scaffolding, I have to use another ladder I have. So I picked this up hoping that this one would be a little better. I am noticing that these rungs are square, but they're not real wide. But I do believe there's always usually two in a row. I'm not positive. We're going to have to kind of look at things here and hope for the best. But pick this up from Harbor Freight. I will put a price down below of what I paid for it. Yet again, it was on sale, and it is a 17-foot multi-task ladder. It's 24 ladders in one is what it says. So super strong aircraft grade aluminum, 300 pound, which so far I haven't hit yet. So we're going to open it up and kind of go through and see what we think. On the back of that sheet here, it has all the different things that you can do with this ladder. I think this one's a little bit cheating. You got to have another ladder to do that with. My other one actually does that all by itself, so I was kind of hoping this one had that same thing, but it doesn't appear to. Anyways, it's got a few different ways you can set it up, and it can change the different heights. I really like that one there. I don't know how often I would use it, but there has been time in the past where I wish I had a ladder that was long on one side and short on the other to do something similar. So we'll check it out and see. There's all the different kind of locking mechanisms and things you got to do. So yet again, use this thing at your own risk. You got to read your own instructions. What I'm showing you is just a few things that I'm noticing on this, and we'll kind of go through and see what I think about it. We're going to open it up, and it pops in. Then you can't close it now. And you got a normal little step ladder, which is kind of nice. I am seeing that I am going to be a little bit disappointed if I need it in, like right here. This is nice. This is fairly comfortable on my feet because there's two across here. But I can already tell, because these are so thin, the higher I go, or if I have to use it all the way up, it's yet again, although these are flat, they're only about an inch or so wide. So that's a little bit disappointing that way. So now close this. Yet again, I had trouble closing it the first time. So it looks like you got to kind of lift up, pull out, and that pushes in, and you close. Open. All right. Now it's got these locks here on all the sides here, on both sides, and it appears, let's see, we're gonna lift that out of there. I'm assuming lift that out of there. Again, I didn't use the instructions. I like playing with things until I figure them out most of the time. And I'm assuming incorrectly we can put this back in, and when you get to the next rung, it locks in the rung. Now I think I also would probably prefer this to come out that, and I'm not seeing, it doesn't like this angle. There we go. So that's the angle that this is at. So I wouldn't feel comfortable using it like that. So to get this offset, you definitely can only go so far. Something like that. That leaves this somewhat at an angle and that at a angle there, which I really don't know a lot of things I would use for that. But yet again, it's more, if you had a step or stair right here, then you could have this, you know, like that, and do the difference there. So I'm going to put this out, and we are going to do this. And you got a little taller ladder. And this looks like it'll go, you know, higher than I want to go with it right now. So it's really easy to adjust. Really just pull out on these here on both sides. You could probably leave them in and do it one at a time, but you can also pull it out and go all the way to the end, which that'll come off of there. So you definitely got to make sure you only go so far. Yet again, if you had stairs, this would sit on top of the stairs there, and you could still have a pretty good ladder. Be careful pulling those out and watch your fingers. It's definitely a little bit scary with the fingers. So far I haven't got myself. Slip that back in, slip that back in. There's lots of caution things on here and warning things on here, so it's up to you to read them all. Sturdy wise, I'd say my Warner one is a little bit, maybe a little better sturdy wise as far as just build quality and things like that. Although I really do actually like, if you go back and watch my other video, the way the clamps clamp on that is really difficult to unclamp to move. And this one is by far easier, the design on this one. So this one is definitely easier to use. Plus it really does, other than the fact it doesn't have, I was really hoping or thinking that it had it that was like my other one. You have to kind of go watch my other video to understand what I'm talking about, but you know, I thought this would open up and then here and here would pivot. On my other one, here and here would pivot, and then this would come down flat and you'd have a flat scaffolding surface to be on, and this one doesn't work that way. So as far as everything else, all in all, I'm pretty happy with this. This will also fold all the way out flat, which I don't have enough room in here right now to do that. So now we bring it down. Hopefully I don't run out of battery, because I look like I'm about to run out of battery. So I'm holding on the top of this right here, and I'm just going to do one of those, hold on the top, kind of lift up, pull that out, and then bring this up. And this one, pull these out. See, I would say that this is where this one has a little bit of flaw. And There's a little bit too much slop in these, but I'm sure they do that just so things keep moving. Might be able to spray some T9 Bow Shield or something in there at some point if things stiffen up. Gotta lift up on this, push that in, and it goes together. I will also say, even when it's just flat here, it stands fairly sturdy, at least on a flat surface. I probably wouldn't store it or leave it just sitting here like this because it wouldn't take much for it to fall over. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. I think in my garage where I would use it, you know, most of the time it'll be that, but I also have a lighter one that I can use for that as well that does have bigger rungs on it. So this will mostly be, if for some reason, mostly if my kid needs to climb up on the roof or climb up somewhere and trim a tree, this will be a little easier, safer, and a little bit taller. That one there, getting up to the certain heights, is a little bit more scary on those rungs yet again. So we'll have to see. I'm okay with it. For the price I paid, I'm happy with it. If I had paid a whole lot more, I don't know. It seems very sturdy as far as, I don't think the build quality is good enough that it's not going to break on you, I don't think. And it's a lot cheaper than a lot of the similar ones out there, and it does a lot of things. So you could do a lot of different jobs, high up or low down, with this one ladder. So on the turn side, it is a little bit heavy. Right. So in the end, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's a pretty good little ladder, and hopefully it works for all the different things I need it for, or more than likely my son will need it for. Thanks for watching Junkworks DIY Garage, where I'm proud to say I'm a jack of all and master of none. You all have a good one.